The clock is ticking toward a critical shift in the cross-strait military balance, as Taiwan rolls out its newly delivered M1A2T Abrams main battle tanks into active service. On June 25, 2026, the military of Taiwan initiated its immediate combat readiness exercise in Taoyuan, deploying these heavily armored platforms directly onto urban streets under advanced thermal camouflage nets. This deployment indicates that the era of relying on aged armor is over, leaving Taiwan with absolutely no room for strategic retreat. For over 3 decades, the island defended its northern beaches with obsolete M60A3 and CM11 Brave Tiger tank systems that leading global defense analysts argued would be completely defenseless and exposed against modern frontline armor. On paper, their only tactical salvation would be a rapid heavy iron fist capable of crushing an amphibious beachhead before it can expand toward Taipei. This long-awaited transition became reality in late April 2026, when the final shipment of 28 units arrived at the port of Taipei, completing the delivery of all 108 contracted tanks under a $1,280 million United States defense package. Now, with the complete fleet deployed at Hsinchu and Taoyuan, the strategic stakes have hit an all-time high. This formidable iron shield is officially in place, but it faces a battle space rapidly shifting toward asymmetric warfare. Can this multi-million-dollar heavy platform truly secure the northern coastline, or will it find itself highly vulnerable to low-cost aerial threats? Before we go on, what do you think is the most critical asset for modern coastal defense? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button for more deep dive military analysis, and tell me where you are watching from. To comprehend why this complete fleet introduces a massive shift along the Strait, one must analyze the specific engineering of this customized platform. The M1A2T variant is not a standard export vehicle, but a heavily modified variant based on the advanced M1A2 SEP-3 architecture utilized by the United States Army. Built specifically to act as a mobile counter-strike force against amphibious landings, its technical specifications alter the tactical equation entirely. For protection, the standard depleted uranium armor layers were replaced with a newly developed tungsten composite matrix. Leading global defense analysts argue that while this modification allows the 65-ton tank to navigate the restricted load capacity of local bridges, it simultaneously provides up to 3 times the structural protection of the older M60A3 series against modern tandem charge anti-tank guided missiles. For offensive operations, the platform carries the powerful M256 120mm smoothbore cannon. Firing advanced kinetic energy penetrators, this main gun can breach the heavy explosive reactive armor of modern frontline mainland platforms, like the Type 99A, at combat ranges exceeding 2,000 meters. Furthermore, the integration of third-generation forward-looking infrared sights gives the M1A2T a definitive hunter-killer capability. This architecture allows the tank commander to independently search for track and lock onto a secondary target, while the gunner is actively engaging the primary threat, reducing target acquisition times to mere seconds. However, a tank is only as effective as its supply chain. The $40,520 million new Taiwan dollar contract recognized this reality by including 14 M88A2 Hercules armored recovery vehicles with a 70-ton towing capacity and 16 M1070A1 heavy equipment transporters. Without these dedicated logistics platforms, a single thrown track on a narrow urban street would instantly transform a multi-million-dollar asset into an immovable roadblock. Yet possessing the most advanced platform on paper does not guarantee survival on the modern battlefield. Recent combat data from Eastern Europe throughout 2024 and 2025 has exposed a brutal tactical reality. Multi-million-dollar main battle tanks can be completely neutralized by low-cost first-person view loitering munitions costing less than $500 United States dollars if they strike vulnerable areas like the thin upper turret roof or the rear engine compartment. The defense planners in Taipei are clearly observing these developments. During the immediate combat readiness exercise on June 25, 2026, every M1A2T Abrams unit observed operating in Taiyuan was wrapped in specialized multi-spectral camouflage netting designed to reduce visual and thermal signatures from airborne reconnaissance. However, global defense analysts point out a critical blind spot in this deployment. The newly delivered fleet currently lacks any integrated active protection system like the Israeli trophy architecture, and none of the vehicles have been fitted with protective steel cage armor on their turrets. Against a massive fleet of mass-produced mainland suicide drones, these platforms remain significantly exposed. The second operational challenge is a massive logistical strain. The AGT 1500 gas turbine engine powering the Abrams produces an impressive 1,500 horsepower, but consumes aviation fuel at an extreme rate. On average, the vehicle consumes approximately 380 liters of fuel for every 100 kilometers traveled. In a contingency scenario where naval blockades restrict external energy supplies, sustaining the massive fuel requirements of a 108-tank fleet during continuous operations becomes a nightmare scenario that officials rarely discuss in public. These operational blind spots indicate that the tactical utility of this newly completed force depends entirely on how quickly the military can adapt its armor tactics to survive an asymmetric environment. With the complete fleet of 108 M1A2T Abrams tanks now on the island, the strategic calculus over the next 3 to 12 months will shift across 3 distinct operational paths. In the first scenario, which leading global defense analysts estimate as highly probable, the military will focus on accelerated conversion training throughout the remainder of 2026. The Armor Training Command in Hsinchu will integrate these vehicles into joint arms brigades, culminating in live fire exercises designed to declare the entire fleet fully operational by early 2027. Under the second path, the M1A2T will not fight alone, but will act as a digital command node. During upcoming Han Kuang exercises, its onboard command and control systems are expected to link directly with mobile precision assets, sharing real-time targeting data with M142 HIMARS rocket launchers to form a unified defensive network. In response, the third scenario involves an asymmetric counter strategy from across the strait. Rather than engaging these heavy platforms in direct combat, mainland planners will likely increase long-range blockade simulations utilizing their 4th aircraft carrier and optimize precision land attack cruise missiles to target armored depots before the tanks can deploy from their hardened underground bunkers. Ultimately, the arrival of this complete fleet proves that while procurement contracts can buy formidable mechanical power, they cannot buy immediate tactical immunity. The M1A2T Abrams has effectively transformed the northern defense sector into a highly lethal porcupine. Yet its ultimate success relies entirely on adapting to the realities of modern drone-driven warfare. Will this $1,280 million United States dollar fleet remain an unbreakable iron shield for the coastline? Or will the rapid evolution of unmanned systems render heavy armor obsolete before the next crisis unfolds?